On this episode of Mike Colomeco's Real Food, I'll visit a small Belgian farm.
This guy's eating my pants. Hey.
Try out for a gig at a boutique chocolate factory.
Oh, you're not happy?
Visit one of the last monasteries where they still make their own beer.
I think I'm becoming a beer fan.
Then it's back to the kitchen where Chef Luc will demo a great lamb dish.
That's a heck of a plate of food.
It's all coming up next.
I'm Mike Colomeco, chef and food lover. Come with me and meet some of today's most interesting chefs and their crews that work in their kitchens. Real chefs, real restaurants, and real recipes. That's what's on the menu. This is Mike Colomeco's Real Food. Mike Colomeco's Real Food is brought to you by the continuous, generous support of the following underwriters.
Cola Vita, a true Italian.
From artichokes to roasted peppers, from balsamic to truffle oil, Roland brings the world to you. Roland, global experts in specialty food.
What's the secret to my famous margarita pizza? Fresh basil, fresh mozzarella, and cento.
San Marzano tomatoes imported from Italy with nothing added, just authentic flavor for authentic Italian cooking. Cento, trust your family with our family.
And by additional support from Welshire Farms comes Lou's Garrett Valley Naturals, a collection of our most popular quality recipes made from minimal ingredients without added antibiotics, hormones, nitrates, nitrites, or artificial ingredients. Lou's Garrett Valley Naturals, always in good taste naturally.
There are only a few places left in the world, like the village of Grafton, Vermont, that still value the old traditions. They also hand-make and age Grafton Village cheese here. It takes a village to make a great cheese.
Perugina Baci. Since 1907, Perugia's chocolatiers have produced this traditional Italian treat. A dark chocolate candy embedded with hazelnuts.
We probably put 1,000 miles on our little tour van yet, and we're not halfway done. We're back in Brussels in one of the nicest squares I've ever seen in Europe. It's gorgeous here. What do we have on the menu? You know the deal here. More beer, more food, craziness. Belgium. The most popular culinary ambassador from Belgium and America has got to be the Belgian waffle. They're everywhere, and they're waffles piled high with whipped cream and ice cream and syrup, and I don't know what they are, but I thought we'd come to the best hotel in Belgium, the Amigo, and find out what is the real Belgian waffle. So we're going to go inside and have a Belgian waffle, truly Belgian style, see what it's all about at the Amigo. In front of me is this Liège style, so it's smaller, same batter, same appareil, kind of tiny whipped cream, or, should you be so inclined, some nice liquid chocolate. And this is the typical Brussels style, which is a larger waffle served with powdered sugar, fresh fruit, and I think I'm going to actually dig into this one. Let's see what it does. It's a beautiful waffle, huh? All these crunchy corners. This is great. Not too sweet. It's not the American version where it's heaped up with ice cream and whipped cream. I like the idea of fresh fruit, maybe a little whipped cream. Verdict in. This is the best waffle I've had in Belgium. And I'm here with one of the great chocolatiers of Belgium, Jean Galère. We're outside of his facility. It's beautiful. We're going to do a little demo together where I'm already nervous because he's going to have me working with chocolate, which is dangerous. So let's go inside and start this bad boy. When did you start getting into chocolate?
I was 16 and I left school. I began to be a baker, pastry maker, ice cream, and then I left to Switzerland to learn chocolate, and after that to Paris. When I was 21, I started my own company.
With a bowl of chocolate?
Yes, a bowl of chocolate, 2 more and nothing else.
And a dream?
Yes.
You're going to ask me to do something with you today. We're going to make something together.
First of all, Dominique will have a mold.
Dominique, you can come on in and help us out here, brother. Beautiful shine, too. Beautiful sheen on the top.
Yes. You can see it's very liquid because it's a lot of cocoa butter.
So we've got this this has been warmed. This tablet's
Yes.
being prepared for the chocolate.
Also 85 degrees Fahrenheit.
She's done this before.
And now I will put it in the fridge and I will wait.
So now my turn?
Yes. Your turn.
Yeah. Great. Great. This thing's heavier than I thought.
Are you interested to stay in Belgium?
Are you going to throw me out? Is this the beginning of is this the beginning of my deportation? First I'm coming towards me. Regardez.
Hey.
This is the one-handed spin around. That's actually going to take two hands. I did it. Oh, you're not happy? All right, don't make me laugh now. That's not fair. All right. I've also got chocolate all over my arm, by the way. For those of you that can't see this. A lot of chocolate all over my arm.
You can see the bubble.
There's a bubble.
Yes, indeed.
We actually, this does something. Bon? Oh, yeah. And on this side especially. Can I show you, bad arm. Whew. That wasn't easy. Thank you, Dominique.
Now we will demold the tablet so we'll see if your tablet is better than the one of Dominique. The beautiful cracking.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this trick before. Yeah.
Turn upside down.
Please. Yikes, stripes.
Way.
I almost bit it. We almost lost that. Whew.
And you can hear
That snapping sound.
first step to taste the chocolate.
All right, let's taste. Even in your mouth, you can feel how delicate the chocolate is. Thanks for your help, man. He whooped my butt, I got to admit it. I love visiting factories where stuff gets made. And this isn't like a factory. This is artisanal chocolate that's just being made in a slightly more bigger volume way, but still the ingredients are precise. So Jean, explain to me what you're making today.
The process begins here with the tempering machine. The chocolate comes warm at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. After that, the chocolate goes to the molding machine. And here you can see the mold.
Now these molds are just clean molds. They're being pushed into the production.
Yes.
So we've got about 15, 18 feet of vertical heat. You can see.
You have to have the same temperature with the mold and the chocolate.
Beautiful. All right, we're going to keep walking down here. This is where that chocolate that we saw is being pumped over and being introduced. The molds come out warm. Bang, the chocolate comes on top.
Yes, the mold is filled. We keep only a thin layer of chocolate to be filled after.
And all the way this is cooling. It's cooling, but gradually.
Yes,
Very gradually.
Absolutely.
All right, now this is the first time I've seen the chocolate coming out. Chocolate's out. You can see it's set up now. It's not liquid anymore. We're good. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
The filling is put.
And this Café Liégeois, almost to me, it's like a milkshake. To shake it, to get it to go flat, to get it to be filled properly. Now, what's happening in here? Because I think we're getting another coat of chocolate.
The bar is closed now.
Now it's sealed.
The chocolate, yes.
Okay, continues down here. You can already see the sheen. It's beautiful. It's beginning to get that beautiful color already. So we're at the end. This is almost 100 yards to me, I'm guessing, of continuous line. What's happening here?
Taking it to let the bars going out of the mill.
Yeah, and that's that noise. Bang, that's the one that knocks them out. Smells so good in here, too.
And now the bar is wrapped.
Can I open one?
Yes.
I have to have this. I have to see what this looks like. Just born chocolate. Who says no to that? Oh, look at this. I'm going to eat one. Let me just... Oh. Man, there's a reason we're both smiling. That's the reason. So delicious. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Ben, this was a pleasure. Town of Viviers on the way back to Brussels from Liège, and I just thought it's a Saturday. There's always markets on Saturday. I love this about Europe. Every little town all over Europe, there are these little markets where people do a lot of their shopping, and they come with their kids, their grandkids. This is where they buy the groceries for the weekend, for the middle of the week. This is the supermarket. Fresh eggs, fresh cheese, fresh bread, really good vegetables, charcuterie, roast chickens. It's all here. And what I really love most about this is it's like a family affair. You know, American kids home on the weekends are watching cartoons or playing on computers. Here these kids are out with their parents and grandparents shopping for flowers and food. Slowly, I hope we get there as a culture, but we're kind of on the way. Anyway, let's do a little bit of shopping. Bonjour.
Belgium is famous for its fries, and on the advice of our driver, we're making a pit stop at one of Brussels' best frites trucks. The fries were amazing, and folks, lose the ketchup. I just love these Belgian style with mayonnaise.
These are really, really, really good. These are great, actually.
All right, folks, snack time's over. Time to hit the road again.
But I don't think anybody would argue that among the best beers being made are the beers in Belgium. And among those are the ones in monasteries. And there's fewer monasteries really making beer than you'd think.
Well, we're here in this beautiful hill, in the countryside of Belgium, with Christian at St. Benedict's Monastery. Thanks for having us, first of all. Talk to me a bit about the history of beer making in monasteries.
Well, there has always been a very long tradition of beers in the monasteries. Waters were polluted, so to drink water was to die. It is even written in St. Benedict's rule that every day a monk has got the right to drink something like half-liter beer or half-liter wine, but light beer and light wines, not strong beers and strong wines. There is a very long tradition of beers in all the monasteries in Belgium, I think everywhere in Europe. We have got here in Belgium the best beers in the world. There are only 7 Trappist beers in the world, and among these 7 Trappist beers, we have got here in Belgium 6 of these beers. And there are 3 Maritzu beers, 6 degrees of alcohol, 8 degrees, and the most delicious, according to me, is the 10 degrees, because it is, it is tasteful, it is very light to digest. The only problem, you see, is after the 3rd beer.
Yes. So we're here in the Val Dieu, which is right near the German border, a tiny little town, which is one of the last monasteries making beer. All right, you want to meet the owner? You got to come in, kick the nuts, kick the bolts. Here's the nuts, here's the bolts, here's the owner. Hey, brother, how are you?
I'm fine.
How does a 29-year-old Oxford graduate end up running a brewery? What got you into this game?
Only passion, I think. Yeah, passion for beer and passion for the place. I'm a local from here. The idea of brewing beer here came and I was in. So the brewery will have 800 years in 4 years.
Amazing.
Yeah. And when monks came here, there was nothing. They used to call it the Valley of Devil, and they decided to change the name into the Valley of God. That's the meaning of Val Dieu.
I was going to say, good. Okay, so it went from the devil to God. We're glad of that.
It went to the devil to God. We are the only one who are still brewing in the Abbey.
On the premises. You have a female brewer, and I'm thinking, I mean, in America that may be more common, but that's, in here that's crazy rare. How many other female brewers are there? There's not even a word for it in French.
No, even in French we do not have a word. It's un brasseur. It's amazing.
It's a masculine term.
Yeah, she sent a letter and we were looking for somebody because the production was increasing, and she started here. And she's completely in it because she's even living here upstairs. But it's always work, but the place is so beautiful.
Always work, brewing beer, and she rides a motorcycle.
Yes.
That's hot, all right. Let's go inside, let's meet her, and let's see how beer gets made.
Yeah,
all right.
Come on.
Virginie, nice to meet you. Bonjour. One of the only female brewmasters in this part of the world. I love it. What have we going on here, Mikey?
So now it's the first step of the brewing.
So this is your barley. What we have going on in here, hot water.
Hot water.
And barley.
And barley, yeah.
And then where's it going? Into which pump next? Into here?
Into here.
Then
and then we will add hop.
Let's see the hops.
Hop is this. Just smell it.
Right, and when do you add this?
We cook it here again and we add it. The whole process to brew, it's around 7-8 hours.
Where's the beer go after this? What happens after this one?
After this, it goes in the fermentation tanks.
Can we taste some beers?
We will do it.
Okay. Comes to the point when we have to taste the finished product, man. Let's open one. It's a sound we all like to hear. Perfect. Continued success, brother. I think I'm becoming a beer fan. More and more. This Belgium trip may have some consequences. This is delicious. I'm often amazed while traveling through Europe how you'll find these wonderful little restaurants in sleepy towns with populations of less than 100. Turns out Belgium is no exception. We're here with the Chef Luc of Auberge du Sabotier. Tell me a bit about the history of this building, the history of the restaurant.
This house, 17th century.
17th century.
Relais de Poste.
Post office. Talk a bit about your cuisine, about the kind of food that you're doing at the restaurant.
My cuisine is natural. Maybe products from here. Lambs, swine.
Let's take a little trip. We'll take a little road trip. Let's go meet the... you and I.
Right, this is my friend Charlie. Meet the sheep.
Hey, Mike, get up.
They call this Calameco's real food, right? So, let's go meet dinner. You think locavore is cool? Go find out what it means in Belgium. Come on, guys, don't be afraid. I got food. There we go. That's what we like to see. Hey, easy, easy. You know, the locavore movement in Europe has been huge since the beginning of time. I mean, this is how, for civilizations, this is what they do. The idea of eating within 100 miles, ingredients, that's where they come from. And this is a great example. Hey, guys eating my pants. Hey, let me throw them some more food so they don't eat me. But my point is, this is what I've always loved about European cuisine, and we're seeing it now in America, is the idea that you're eating locally. These guys are completely free range. This is all they do. This is organic feed. It's corn, it's maize, it's grasses. And these guys are going to be on the dinner plate before I get eaten or my pants get eaten. I think my luck may be running out. Hey, what's with you? We got another one over here. Why do they like my pants so much? Thank you, Chef.
Mike.
Yes, now let's go cook some lamb. All right, we're in the kitchen with Luc, as promised from the garden. We're going to make a relatively simple, straightforward dish like we always do. Lamb, of course. I love lamb. Ratatouille and a little pomme galette. So begin with the ratatouille. Yeah. It's fancy. So you peel them. And classically, ratatouille is peppers, zucchini, eggplant, some diced onion. We cook. We got a hot pan, we got some olive oil in the pan. Bay leaf. salt. In go the zucchini and eggplant. Eggplant's just a sponge for oil. Tomatoes really aren't quite in season yet, so he's got some tomato paste. Now we let it sit. All right, we have washed potatoes now. And what he's making is this pomme galette. You know, every culture has some kind of potato pancake. You know, we call it a latke, call it a hash brown. Back to the mandolin. You see what's coming through is these little, what look like French fries. And you can see what it gives you. It's this very fine shred of potato. So for each potato, 1 egg, heavy cream.
Okay.
We've got a pan on the stove with ring molds in it. It'll help us shape the potatoes. Just gonna pat them down, get them a little flatter. You have to, otherwise they'll fall apart. These things were cooked. We lifted the molds, gave them a turn. Potatoes are done. Chef's given me a job. Potato removal boy. And we're putting them on these seafold towels because clearly there's a lot of excess oil here. And they look beautiful, huh? Perfect color. All right, time to cook some lamb. This is beautiful lamb. We see these before, the animal. It's beautiful, super, super fresh, super local. I love great fresh lamb.
Thank you. I take only pepper.
And a pinch of olive oil. All right, so now we're gonna, you're gonna do this. I love this pan, man. He's got this beautiful kitchen, this $500,000 stove, all tweaked out, and this pan looks like something you'd find in I don't know what, man.
Mike, please.
It works though, right? It's perfect. I love it. A little salt. There's one more element to this dish, and that's foie gras. We're going to go ahead with that now. Go. Same pan as the lamb. Keep life simple. Wow. Grilled cherry tomatoes. They're actually going to cook so fast. You're going to get these little grill marks, get a little bit of smoky flavor.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to assemble. Look on the tail. See?
Okay, ratatouille.
So the first layer, potato galette, lamb ratatouille. Second layer, potato galette, lamb foie gras. That's a heck of a plate of food. A little torchon of grilled cherry tomatoes. This will help get it to the dining room. Here's a beautiful lamb jus. I love this last step here. Some rosemary, because rosemary and lamb go perfectly well together. And for the final touch, check this out. It's beautiful, huh? So it goes out to the dining room like this, and as you go out to the dining room, you've got this beautiful scent of burnt rosemary. Comes to the table, what's that smell? It just fills the room. Chef, great dish, great dish. Yeah, no, beautiful. All right, so when you're passing through Belgium.
Thank you, Mike.
One of my favorites. Thank you, man. Thanks for your generosity.
It's a pleasure for me.
No, my pleasure, my pleasure. Hey, that's what we do. Greetings from Belgium. Signing off till next week. It's one of my new friends. Hey. Mike Colomeco's Real Food is brought to you by the continuous, generous support of the following underwriters.
Cola Vita, a true Italian.
From artichokes to roasted peppers, from balsamic to truffle oil, Roland brings the world to you. Roland, global experts in specialty food.
What's the secret to my famous margarita pizza? fresh basil, fresh mozzarella, and Cento.
San Marzano tomatoes imported from Italy with nothing added, just authentic flavor for authentic Italian cooking. Cento. Trust your family with our family.
And by additional support from Welshire Farms comes Lou's Garrett Valley Naturals, a collection of our most popular quality recipes made from minimal ingredients without added antibiotics, hormones, nitrates, nitrites, or artificial ingredients. Lou's Garrett Valley Naturals, always in good taste naturally.
There are only a few places left in the world, like the village of Grafton, Vermont, that still value the old traditions. They also hand-make and age Grafton Village cheese here. It takes a village to make a great cheese.
Perugina Baci. Since 1907, Perugia's chocolatiers have produced this traditional Italian treat. A dark chocolate candy embedded with hazelnuts. Rachel Ray's signature specialty food line, from her all-natural extra virgin olive oil and balsamic vinegars to her stock in a box, are designed for preparing quick and convenient meals at home in less time with delicious results.
Experience the Mediterranean lifestyle with Sud de France, enjoying wine and food from Languedoc-Roussillon.